guys. 5 o'clock, City of Greendale Board of Public Works, November 12th, 2025. I'd like to call this meeting to order, and please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. All right, we had 2 meetings last month, so I need approval of the October 8th, 2025 minutes.
So moved.
Got a first?
Second.
First and second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. I also need approval of the October 27th, 2025 minutes.
Did have a comment on that one.
Okay.
Did you see that?
Yes, the copy of the ARC, I had park instead of ARC.
Yeah.
Your copy should, oh, I know this now. The signed copy should have it
Okay.
corrected.
Then I have no.
No concerns.
I make a motion to approve the minutes on the
Okay.
27th.
I have a first, we have a second?
America on there.
First and second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Like to have a motion to approve all bills and claims.
Make said motion to approve all properly submitted bills and claims.
Got a first, we have a second?
Second.
I'll second it.
Okay, got a first and second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Audience comments. Mrs. Sagi, you want to come to the?
Hi there. My name is Rita Sig. I'm one of the owners of Sig Surveying. We're working with a client named Todd Hammerstrom. He is located at 21140 State Line Road. Directly across from his property is Lakeview Drive coming out of Hidden Valley. On the east side, or down on the left side there, is Augusta Drive coming out of the golf course area. What we're looking for is, our client has taken 2 parcels, consolidated them together, got rid of the house that was on the property, and is going to be building another house. We're working with him also to figure out where the septic is going to go. We were just going to do septic on his property. There's a site in the very front on the east side there that you can see that is highlighted in red. That is the site that we're looking for. We had proposed another site to the west side, but it is over a 15% grade. In the back is a 15% grade where you can't put the septic. So Doug Barry is concerned that, number one, first, if public sewer is offered, is 300 feet, that he should do that first. The option is on Lakeview Drive. I think on the map it was close to lot 833. There's a manhole in front of there, and it is just 300 feet to his house from that manhole. But he would have to bore underneath of State Line Road, so we're worried about the cost on that, number one. Augusta is, when we were speaking to Mr. Geis, I think he said that is got to be our first because it's in the Greendale utility area. The second would be that manhole off of Lakeview Drive. So he wants to put in his own septic system if it passes the test for the septic test. If it doesn't, we want to have a backup plan, but we don't want to go straight to having public sewer first, is what our thing is, because of the cost going underneath that road, going to being bored. So what we're here to ask for tonight is, you know, Greendale has, where he is located, I think that's where his first, you got to release it to go to the Hidden Valley area for them to take the septic on. Will you do that? And then would they take it, would they even be allowed to offer him septic? Or can he put his own septic system in? And wanted to kind of go to you first to see what your thoughts are. And Chris Geis, Mr. Geis, is that, or Sean, is that how you understood what Rob told you?
What Rob told me is that,
I'm not
we
sure.
talked about earlier,
Lakeview.
something about IDEM requirement, the footage, and the footage I got off the map is a little different than the footage you
This
were
year is,
talking
yeah,
about.
Lakeview State Line Road.
He was going to the city first, he would have to go to and then from there, get it from us, and I explained to him, BRUC can't give him permission, it has to come through us
Correct.
and all that, because it's taking on more weight.
And it would be only his house. Yeah.
That's what I told him, he had to come to the board and find out, I can't tell him yes or no, but I know Rob wanted a letter or something, I can't
Yes.
give him that letter, you know.
So the letter would need to go to Doug Bear to say whether you can offer that or not, that opportunity for him to have septic.
Sean,
But he would like for cost effectiveness to have his own septic on his site.
the VRUC agreement between Greendale and VRUC, what color is this area? So this is past, if I'm looking at this map, and I'm going up the hill,
That's Augusta Drive.
Augusta's over there.
Right.
So,
From the center of Augusta up to the house on the property driveway is like 500 some feet. And then what I got from that 833 property over to that red area was like 310 feet.
Yeah. guess what I'm saying is, there's that agreement that had the different colored map, that this is the subdivision area, this is, outside, but you have to get permission from us, kind of stuff, right? So, I don't have that reduced to memory, but,
Well, the map, I couldn't tell the street and the location of one, there's
Yeah.
the map so small. And I
Yeah.
don't have it on vision where I can zoom in and blow it up.
Anthony, you got any comments?
I'm looking at it now.
so he's got an existing home with a failing septic system?
The existing home is no longer there. That
Knocked it
was
down.
demolished. It was not livable. And the septic system was filled in.
Okay. So he wants to build a new house, and then he wants to put in a septic system. but
Correct.
We're not sure if Doug Bear at the county's gonna give him a permit, right? And he needs a fallback.
Correct. Well, Doug Bear, what we proposed is his own septic site, and then Doug Bear said, well, no, you need a release from them.
Saying
Because-
the sewer's not available.
Correct, saying the sewer is not available.
I got it.
And then if, for some reason, that septic site just did not work at all, and then to come back and to revisit that situation, or is that a backup? Can he do that?
So with Hamilton County, Dearborn County's, ordinance, is it X 300 feet? I don't know, have they changed that recently?
No, it's still 300 feet.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure it's 300 feet as well.
Within 300 feet.
Cause our manhole up at the intersection of State Line and Augusta is more than 300 foot, so their manhole is the closest, right? And you're saying he doesn't wanna go into VRUC?
He wants to know, is there an option for that to happen? But he really wants to use his own.
And VRUC would have to have our permission to go outside of their service territory to even serve it.
I get it, yeah.
And we've already told them they can't go outside their service territory in another area, so I don't know why we would let them go outside their service territory in this
Well,
instance.
that's a little different, because that was Ohio.
It was Ohio, but
Okay. Now this, I mean, we have to use some log, I guess I wanna look at it, at a.
We let the
Thank
guy
you.
right across the street from Augusta
Yeah.
put a line under.
But I think that area, though, Charlie, was in that agreement between VRUC and Greendale. There was 3 areas that were colored in yellow, and then the other areas were pink or red. And that was the other area that they had to get permission. There was 3 big areas that were colored in yellow that there might be future subdivisions up there, and probably, help me,
Rural,
huh?
very rural.
No. So Sugar Ridge was one. Who's the new one? up there?
Woodridge, was it Woodridge?
Woodridge. Yeah. Woodridge was one, and then there was one across the street, across State Line was one. But it was like 100 acres across the road, right across from Augusta. We're talking now early 2000s. So I'd almost, you don't have that map pulled up, do you?
I don't have the color version. I have the map pulled up, but
It's bad enough with the colored version, let alone the black and
And
white one.
that's a pressure sewer. That's not gravity. at Augusta.
And this would need a pump. This would need a pump.
One thing
This
Rob
one.
did tell me was the price that it would cost to, for them to connect into the city, to bore underneath, get a pump and all that, is real expensive compared to them putting the septic on the property.
Yeah.
So why don't they go ahead and look and see if that's an option first?
Well,
I mean, it looks
Well,
like to
it's
me we're
within.
trying to,
It has to be denied first, and I think
Correct.
that's what we need to do, is deny it,
oh, okay.
Correct.
so. I think we just need a motion to deny their,
Okay.
But I
And-
think for Steve's mind, going, if we're in that colored area, if they're in that colored area, how
Well,
can we deny it?
Yeah, no, we have to make a decision. I mean, that, they leave it up to Greendale to make the decision. The one in Ohio was like, it's not even on the map, you know, it's outside the area. No, we're not gonna allow extensions of, sewer into Ohio. That was never the plan for that sewer line up state line.
Okay.
But if you read the agreement, you know, I think there's verbiage in there that Greendale's supposed to consider it, you know? There's people out there in the red area that have failing septic systems that we allowed to get tied into. So we didn't just flat out deny them there.
Is it a possibility too that the meeting isn't till December 2nd or 4th, or for his variance where he's doing a setback from 100 to go to 85? That's why this question's going to be brought up. But could it be that you look into that and to see if it's a color something, to look at that if you want to? But the cost of him doing this is going to be a lot if he has to go with the sewer, public sewer. But let's say, what if this just doesn't work at the septic site either? That's what we're concerned, but it's just kind of like I'm,
Well, a denial from us would be to go to Augusta, right? Not into Hidden Valley, because she would have to approach Valley Rural, and Valley Rural would have to approach us for permission. So a denial from us would be that they can't connect at Augusta, and if it's more than 300 feet, then it's a non-starter, right?
agree.
and if you have the agreement with them already, so we start here and then go to them, or since you have agreement with them saying they can't expand, does it start here and end here?
I would say your next step would be to go to Valley Rural and ask if you can connect on Lakeview, and then Valley Rural would have to come to us if they want to serve you,
Yeah,
and ask if they can extend their service to them.
Agreed. Absolutely. That's the way to do it.
mhm,
That's how it should go down.
okay.
Valley Rural then asks permission from us to, have you talked to Valley Rural about
Yes,
this?
yeah, and they said that they weren't allowed to, I mean, they kind of, just like what you're saying. They said it'll have to come back here to give that permission, so we were like, we gotta start it somewhere, so,
Well, I think you need to make a formal request to Valley Rural. and
Okay.
Say, hey, look, just lay out what you have here, and then, submit it to us, put it on the agenda, we'll make a decision at that point. Then that'll give us a chance to look at the agreement.
If Valley Rural even chooses to bring it here, Valley Rural may just tell you no.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly right.
that's true, yeah. That's kind of how the comment was today. So, but he has to, we have to start something, because Doug Bear has to have something.
Okay,
Or else
so,
they're not even gonna listen to the variance, but,
so right now, you'd like us to deny your request for sewer as part of Greendale's,
Well, she's not representing Valley Rural, it needs to
No,
come
no,
from
no, no,
Valley
no.
Rural.
for
She-
Todd Hamstrom,
she's asking if it could
for,
go to
if
Greendale directly.
can he connect here? Is his choice here to
Right.
connect with you guys?
And we're gonna tell you with a motion that we are not going to allow you to connect directly to us.
Correct.
Need a motion, guys.
Should we do that?
This is for the Augusta,
We don't have any grounds to force them to connect to us, because it's more than 300 feet.
but they want a letter saying that you cannot, we don't have to connect to you,
I
but
think
that's where they want the letter from.
I think it needs to go in steps. I think you need to get your denial from Valley Rural, okay?
Okay,
Have that, request them come to us, then, you know, if that's what happens, we deny it, then you're back in the septic system realm, right?
Correct.
Because
Correct.
you're more than 300 feet from us, then it's your decision if you want to approach us to tie into our sewer.
Correct.
Does that make sense?
Oh,
I mean,
it
I
all
don't
makes
keep hanging
sense.
around,
It
but-
all makes sense, but how Doug was saying, I want letters.
Yeah, but
Saying that because he wants public system first.
I don't think us denying them connecting into us right now is the right step. You have step 3.
I agree.
And that's fine too. And he knows that we went through this process
Yeah.
and that's how it goes. So I'm fine with that.
Okay.
And then you guys are ready for that, when that phone call comes, you understand that situation as well. So I thank you very much for hearing me out tonight.
Sure.
And it's a process, right? It's a
Alright.
process. And
Complicated, but yeah.
and then if you at any time ever have questions or want to share anything with us, please feel free to call Rob or I or company, so.
Okay.
It was nice meeting you guys.
Nice meeting you. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Anybody else, any other audience comments? Okay. Chief?
The police report for the month of October, we had a total of 534 calls for service, which brings year-to-date to 4,643. 12 traffic citations were written. Year-to-date on citations is 174. 14 criminal arrests were made. Year-to-date on those are 171. Crash reports 19. Year-to-date 67. New case reports generated was 21, and our year-to-date on those are 276. We didn't have any trainings for the month of October, but we did have our fall harvest night in front of the PD, which I think was a pretty good success, considering the weather we had. It was kind of chilly and windy, but it did turn out decent, and we had a pretty good crowd there. So, that's all I have.
Thank you.
Halloween went well. I thought it was a big crowd on Halloween. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah, we didn't have any issues.
Good.
Yeah. I thought I thought opposite though. I thought the crowd was down a little bit.
Not on my
From-
street. I don't know. It was
Really?
busy? Heck, yeah. I was like, I was usually good about eating candy. I couldn't eat. Man, Nutley sat over there, and there was a lot of kids coming up the road. That's for
Nice.
sure.
Okay. All right. Sparky?
Fire report for the month of October, we ended up with 21 calls. So far this month, we've had 3, brings our year-to-date up to 250 calls. Out of those 21, we had a vehicle accident with a rollover out on the interstate. We had 4 people trapped in it, went over the hill, it was on its side. There was 6 departments total out there represented, because we had to set up a rope system to get them up the hill and cut them out. And we had a vehicle fire in Hardentown. It was just a junk van full of a bunch of stuff. That was started with an accidental cutting torch. And then we had a U-Haul van catch fire out on Oberlin Road at the fireworks place. They had thrown spent fireworks in the back after a show, and they ended up catching the van on fire. Out of those 21 calls, 14 of those were in the city. We assisted Aurora on 1 call, City of Lawrenceburg on 1 call. We had 3 calls in the township that we cover, and then 2 calls in Hamilton County. Our average response time, 8 minutes. Our busiest day of the week in October was Thursdays. We ended up with 6 calls that fell on Thursday, and our busiest run volume time fell between 11 a.m. and noon, with 6 of those calls at that time. We currently have 2 new firefighters starting in a firefighter 1 and 2 class, starts in Versailles tonight. That class is going to run till late spring.
What would that bring you up to?
Well, I got 1 guy going, he's in the service, he'll be going to Romania for 11 months. So with him gone at 24.
Good. Good.
That's all I got.
All right, well, thank you. Okay. All right, unfinished business. Ridge Avenue Futures, or the Community Crossings Grant, and we're working on the ADA and Title VI update with HWC. We're awaiting a contract to be signed by them, but they have started on, they went ahead and started to work, so they are in progress there. Nowen Avenue Water Main Replacement, Sean?
Yes, I talked to Christine on Monday. They're getting the bid documents together and the verbiage for the newspaper to send out
Okay.
and all that.
And we hope to send that out first of December? Is that our goal?
We're trying to get out in November.
November still?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Nowen Avenue North and South Electric, Sean?
Yes, there should be a letter in your packet there from Alp Engineering. ARC America, I know them as ARC, so excuse me if I just call them ARC. They were the lowest responsible bid at $588,955.87. And Alp Engineering recommended that we go with them.
Everything looked good on their bids, bid bonds and everything. I make a motion to approve, the Nowen Avenue North South Electric Project to, was it ARC of
ARC
America?
American.
ARC American, for $588,955.87.
Got a first, do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Got a first and second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. John, have we made progress with the IMPA electric ordinance audit? We're still,
Pass that over to Anthony.
We have not made a lot of progress since last month.
okay,
We'll make that our goal to finish it before the end of the year.
all right. Good goal to have. All right, the Structure Point Water Plant Evaluation, Karen Savita reached out to me last week, and she was gonna make a couple changes on some diagrams, and she was going to send over, yet last week she did not. I reached out to her prior to the meeting. She's not responded, but I know she's coming to town Monday, the 24th, so should have an update for the water, initial update for the water plant evaluation plan. Okay, spoke to Mark Rosenberger with Bear Becker about the Valley Woods Dam and stormwater, or storm outfall. He is effectively gonna put this on hold till, next January, February. He's got his hands full trying to get the, is it the Kendall property? KPG, is that what we're calling Kendall property? The apartments finished in time. They are on a deadline, and he's putting a lot of time in there. He also asked me to ask Anthony to work on the easement he needs with the neighbor. Okay. All right.
I'm sorry, you said they're gonna hold off on,
Well,
I missed it.
since we're not gonna do it till next year, we don't have the money for, with MS4. He just asked if he could put it off for a month or two, and I told him that's not a problem.
I got it,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But he's trying to get the Kindle group up and running with that apartment building.
Been hearing, okay.
Yep. So, all right. St. Elizabeth's Drainage Project has been started. That's all I can tell you at this point. All right. Valley Woods Drainage,
Did they have a deadline when they were supposed to, they're still gonna get it done this year?
I think the deadline's either April 31st.
You talking about St. Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Are you talking?
I don't know when their deadline is. We need.
I'm almost positive it's April 31st, but I can I'll double check that for you.
Okay, I wasn't sure. They're gonna try to knock it all out this year. But
Yes, well, next 6 months.
yeah.
So, okay. I'm awaiting the proposal from Bear Becker for the Springwood Court and Indian Woods Trail, Valley Woods Drainage. Should have that to me this week, he's thought. And Sean, the Ridge Avenue Substation.
The repos, there's no new words, are still in order. It's one
Okay.
of those, when you order them, they start making them type things.
Okay, all right.
Hey, Vince.
Yes, sir.
Back to Springwood Court and Indian Woods Trail. Anthony was gonna send a letter to those residents. Did that letter get sent? I have not sent it. I, was going to put in there that we should have the proposals this week, and I will send that letter out. This week? Yes. Okay, thanks.
Okay, thank you. Okay, number 10 is the GIS mapping, Sean.
Oh, yes, we were for that, I sent a PO to GIS, and they started it. They will keep us updated as they go along. They have all of our maps as of right now, and they'll give us monthly updates. They figure it'll take a couple months to get everything in there.
Yep. So, and a big thanks to, GRC, that was huge.
Thank you.
Yeah. And they actually gave us a little extra money, just in case we needed it.
Mr. Harvey.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Well, very much appreciated.
Since we're on number 10, I just want to give you, sorry I didn't tell this earlier about number 3, Nellen Ave Electric. The material came in today. I'm going to inventory it tomorrow, and the poles will be delivered tomorrow. Engineer will be out Tuesday to do the staking of the north section where all the poles go, and hopefully we'll get the contractor in here, start mobilizing that week of Thanksgiving, give them time to bring trucks down and all that, and hopefully start the following 1st of December.
You got a game plan on where he's gonna start? Is he gonna start at Parkside and move north?
No, he's gonna start north and move south,
Start at,
at the end and bring
Yeah.
it south.
okay,
all that.
good.
Hey, Vince,
Yes,
can I
sir.
go back to the Ridge Avenue CCMC project?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the annual thing where we fix a road with assistance funds from the state?
Yeah, it's now, instead of twice a year, it's once a year.
Yeah.
And it used to be 75-25, now it's 80-20 for communities our size,
Okay.
up to $1 million.
Have we considered, as a Board of Works, considered doing that, when we do that, to bid out, perhaps burying the electric for the roads that we do touch?
Has not, it's never been brought up to other than you and I having that discussion, but the Board of Works has never talked about it.
I just don't know what the downside would be, other than perhaps more cost, but, I think from a maintenance standpoint, and I just think it'd be a better thing, but that's my opinion.
Well,
I know it can be done, John and I have talked.
well, what we just bid out is everything's aerial, so are you talking just putting conduits underneath the road, or what, I'm not sure.
What can be put underneath, and Steve, this is the Ridge Avenue, not
Yeah.
not Nallen.
Okay.
I know, I'm just talking about future. I don't know what can and can't. Again, just my conversations, not to put John on the spot, but sounds like they bury everything anymore.
What did we pay to have, Deal Need and Probasco there? Was that like 360,000 to do those 20 houses or so? Yeah, so it's expensive, but you're right, it can be done.
I don't know that it's necessarily less maintenance, is it?
Well, I don't think it is.
Yeah.
I love underground, I do. I think it's a good thing having underground, but to try and switch overhead to underground in a small little area, you have to put transformers, junction boxes in people's yards, that's what they don't like. That's what we had a problem down there, people were like, well, I don't want that in my yard, put it in his yard. And he's like, I don't want it in my yard, put it in this person's yard. You have to move it around, but we can't move it to what the customers want, we have to put it where it needs to be.
Yeah, but 100 years ago, you go back and look at photos, and there's 100 times more power lines everywhere. And now there's, so 30 years from now, there might be a lot of communities that don't have power lines. So I guess the question is, are we just forever going to have aerial lines, or are we going to start making a plan that some of these go underground?
It's gonna be expensive, so that's one thing you have to look at.
I think you
But that's what I'm wondering, when you do the road, you're already tearing it all up anyway.
But I think you're gonna have to do some kind of study, an electrical study. Just because you're doing a road, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but there's a lot more that goes into it. We're talking conduits underneath the road. You're gonna be putting 34.5 underground. I mean, that's.
That's nothing.
From where you come from, I understand, that's your business.
I mean, go to
I
Cincinnati,
get
it's
it.
everywhere,
I
it's
get
distribution
it.
voltage. The 138, all of that can be put underground, and first of all, back to your point, it's in your right of way, and you can plant that transformer wherever. Fact is, it's in your right of way. But, when you say you gotta put conduit and all that, that's true. But it also eliminates all the tree trimming that's forever. So it's not, you know,
But you also have to get coordination from CenturyLink or whoever, who we can't even get to take their lines off of a couple poles,
Everything's
Yeah.
on
let alone a whole street or neighborhood.
But you gotta start somewhere if you do it.
True.
I mean, and again, just up in the northern part of Indianapolis, and we drove for an hour, didn't see one overhead power line.
Is it all new subdivisions, pretty much? Older stuff?
I mean, I don't know, yeah, I mean, some of it is older, I don't know. I think when they just planned those communities, I think they just said, we're going underground. And I understand the change over, I'm just asking, has it ever been thought? I'm not saying it's right,
No.
wrong.
I think there was discussion about it probably 20 years ago, and, it didn't go very far. Everyone's worried about the cost, and it's just a comfort. I mean, we're dealing with 4 kV, not putting 34.5 underneath the ground. We didn't have the crews, the equipment, the people, nothing. I mean, Duke up there, those guys, I mean, like you said, 34.5s are distribution voltage.
Exactly.
I get it. It's a comfort level, and I don't know, it would be a huge sea change if that's where we want to go, but we need to look at it. If that's what we want to do.
So where do you start looking at? Do you hire IMPA to come down, or is that Alpha?
Alpha and IMPA to look at it.
There's other engineering companies out there too that specialize in that.
And again, I'm not saying do it all at once, but I'm saying if we do the community crossing grant,
Well, so can I,
I would know.
is it safe to assume that Nowen would always have pools because isn't synergy on that?
Well, we're just dropping, $500,000 in just a company to go put everything overhead, plus all the materials overhead. We're not gonna sit there, I mean, it's got a useful life of, some time where we're just gonna then tear it all down and put it underneath the ground.
Well, I guess my point was that some of these things, like our lines to the glass plant, those are incredibly important to
Mhm.
everybody. I can't imagine, do you put those underground too? Like,
Sure.
Yeah.
they do, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not trying to be a naysayer, I'm just saying that it's everywhere. And in fact, in many cases, it's mandated.
Right, and under new construction.
New
I'm sorry.
subdivisions. I remember when I was in Punta Gorda, we talked about it, because they were talking about Hurricane Andrew coming through and wiping everything out, and, everything got tore up in Miami. And I remember Florida Power and Light came in and talked to us about doing it, but just some of the stuff that Sean was talking about, you're going from transformers overhead to now pad mounts. Not to say it can't be done, but there's gonna be a lot of stuff in the yards now.
I think if you're gonna do it, you just need to look at an area and say, look, we can do it, makes sense. For instance, down on 50, that should have never been overhead, but it is. And, I mean, even out here, I would have done something different out here, would have reduced half the number of poles, but that's hindsight. I think if you're gonna do it, you ought to have somebody look at it and say, okay, this makes sense, we should start or do it there. Certainly in new subdivisions or down here, it should be all underground.
Can it be included in a grant request?
I'm sorry?
Can it be included in a CCMG grant request? Because it's just hardscape stuff, right?
I don't know that.
Community Crossings grants strictly roads and asphalt, shovel-ready stuff. It won't,
All hardscape.
yeah, it won't touch any of that stuff at all. No
and Steve, I
conduit.
didn't know that, I didn't know
I
what went into.
just want to remind that, again, the tree trimming costs go away, and that's forever.
Well, with the Stellar grant, we have it's not Kansas, it's not Brown, what is that?
Lawrence?
No. On their side of the Jones building, what, is that Brown? I guess that is Brown Street, right?
Brown, Kansas?
That curb, the semis and the curb there, and the pole at the Half Moon that's got 182 guy wires to it, and that's not an exaggeration. We're looking at doing something with that with the Stellar grant, because that is a major problem. So, we'll address that portion of it, maybe putting,
Thanks for the discussion.
so, okay.
I mean, reach out to someone, see if, is anyone, IMPA, the guys, the engineering group, would they look at doing something like that? What was it, you?
Sure, I'm gonna pay it.
Oh, I get it, yeah, sure.
Well, once you get an idea, guess price. While we're talking about underground, back to Deal Need and Probasco, Sean sent me a picture today, I sent it to you guys. We have, we have a pole in a gentleman's backyard at about, I don't know, 70 degrees. And it's being held up by the pole we put in it and cabled it to, so it wouldn't fall years ago.
No, just, yes, 2 years ago,
2 years ago.
when we did that, when we, put everything out front, when we took the power lines off, the pole creaked. So we buried another pole next to it, this is stub pole.
In the guy's
wired it to
backyard.
it, And now the bottom of that, of the old pole broke, now it's leaning. And today, speaking of today, after I told you about it earlier, cable company was out there removing the lines, and the lady at 311 said, hey, look, what are you gonna do about this pole? Oh, that's the power company's pole. It's like, well, look, you're the last one on it, it's yours now, but it's not, so.
Yeah.
But they supposedly removed all the cable line going down behind the houses there today.
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 Okay, well, we'll verify.
Yes,
Sean and I
first thing in the
will,
morning.
yeah, we'll go check that out and,
They emailed me and said they're all clear.
Are they?
Okay.
I'll check
They
it.
are all clear.
I
Hey.
wanna walk it and check it
take them out.
first thing in the morning. It's
W-
bad,
Listen,
I can't get to them, so.
we're gonna have to get into them somewhere,
Yep.
some way.
I'll have to have someone with the, that can squeeze through the gate so they can at least hold on to it when they cut it and lay it down. Cause I just can't cut it and push it over, it's gonna hit fences.
So we're not gonna be disrupting anyone's service, or are we?
No, it's
No.
all out,
Or
no,
not.
they removed everything.
Supposedly
There's
it's
nothing
all
on
of it.
now,
Okay.
supposedly. This morning, there was just one cable line going across there. When when the lady had me come out this morning, she called me Monday, and I told her I'll be out Wednesday morning to look at it. Went out there this morning, and it was just a cable line, so we'll get right on this, that's why I sent the mayor, I think the mayor did text. And just after today, she called me and said, hey, look, the cable company's here taking this thing down. Taking the wire off there, so now the wire's cleared.
Did you call them this morning? That just happened to do it?
Yeah, they emailed me on their end.
Timing.
Unbelievable. We have jumped up and down for 2 years trying to get them to get it off.
Tried a little longer, I think Steve, I mean,
Yeah.
that was a nightmare for Steve before I
Oh,
got
yeah,
here.
it's terrible. Getting back there when stuff, whatever limbs fell into stuff and getting back there to fix it. We always had to go through Brent Robinson's grandma's yard, tore it up every time. That was a nightmare.
Oh, I can imagine.
It will be getting taken out, all those poles.
Okay, thank you.
Is there, should we put on here on unfinished business too, just, another item just for that, Stellar project? Why don't we leave it on there and just give us updates?
Okay.
On what's going on?
Yep.
I think we all leave it on there. Big job.
Yep. Okay. Anybody got anything else on their unfinished? New business. Tennis pickleball, payout to Omera needs to be approved. It's included in the claims. Andy went out and, eagle-eyed it and found that they, on the post for the net, there's a cap that goes on it and it's kind of curved, and that's how the cable was stretched from down across the top, back down to the crank, and they turned one of the heads backwards, correct? And it chewed into the cable, and Andy brought it to my attention, I reached out to Ron Gregory from Omera, and he will get it taken care of this week, he said, so.
It's fixed.
Oh, there you go.
We're waiting for them to send us a new cable.
Okay. Yeah, he turned it, but we need a new cable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're sending us the cable.
Okay. So, perfect. You didn't see anything else you weren't happy with? Everything good?
That's all I saw.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought overall, it turned out really nice. So, needing a motion to make the approval to pay, Omera.
I'll make a motion to pay Omera the final bill, total of $262,951.09 for the tennis and pickleball court project.
Okay, we have a first, we have a second.
I'll second it.
Got a first and second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Anybody got anything else? Steve? Charlie? Andy? Okay. Need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Got a first?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, wonderful.
We're waiting to hear about this next